Grade on this channel. Here we have an article from High Times magazine. Growing at the highest caliber humanly possible, the art of the small batch. 1,500 an ounce. Now here we go. We got some of these jars here. You can see them. And you know what? I'm doing it like this, man. Black jars, man. High grade, bro. And I'm pretty excited about this. Looks like I'm not the only one that has something special here that people will be willing to pay. And I'm going to call it, dude. Well, they want to sell it in the ounce for that much, man. I'm going to go a different way. I'm going to sell it by the gram. $54 a gram. I bet you I'll sell more than they sell. I'll also sell 2K an ounce of my high cultivar. And it'll be the ultimate high cultivar, the ultimate grow, where everything's humanly possible will be removed from the flower or bud, except for the pure, dense hunk of the trichomes with the print material. Absolutely zero leaf. It's gonna be absolutely freaking epic. Uh, now, okay, I did test A out to see if it would stretch with THC. I will say this: my cultivar A does stretch a little. It stretches, but I'm saying not as much as the other one, dude. I mean, you can tell the other one is not insanely high quality, but A is like a byproduct of the other one. It's a strain off the other one. But dude, you have a thick ribbon like mine had when it stretches and opens. Yeah, we're talking $54 an ounce here. No, that's not a typo. Rare designer cannabis products have been popping up more and more in the last couple of years. If you haven't come across one of these super heavy black mirror jars in the wild, that's because they're very hard to find and typical only available in, dare I say, small batches. Exactly what I was talking about. The first time one of my friends, who was about as heady as they come, uh, told me he willingly paid $1,500 an ounce of flour, my jaw hit the floor. I couldn't fathom a word in which someone would fathom me with access to cheap weed would free weed. He would choose a strain that high in price. The ounce was from a brand person called NoCal Nemo, and all I know is his weed comes highly recommended from many different industry staples whose opinion on quality I tend to trust. It also is worth noting here that my friend bought that ounce a few years ago, so I'm assuming the price has gone up by now. And this guy had a quote on it. Now it's 16 to 1800, and even as far as 2K for a competitor's brand. I told you. What did I tell you on this? You guys were fucking screaming and hollering at 6,000 pounds, 5,000 a pound to a dispensary. Dude, I'm coming crazier, motherfucker. I'm coming $54 a gram. We're talking, I don't know, maybe 2K a friggin' ounce. And it's gonna be a special ounce. It's not gonna have any stick. It's not gonna have any leaf. It's just gonna be insanity. And you'd only need to smoke little nubs of it, so you wouldn't have to smoke a lot of it. I mean, I'm telling you, I got the market fucking cornered on this. In my personal opinion, I believe small batch cannabis is just as much as a science and art, slightly learning towards the art side. If I were really narrow it down to what matters most to me in a grow, would it be a room 14 light room, 100% organic through every step of the way, blah, 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 blah. See, this guy's describing something there. Um, he's describing the organic way. Let's see, no cutting corners he has there. And you can read the full article. I'm just going to briefly run through it. It's a pretty long article. I saw this article last night on a show, so I figured, wow, I blew my mind. So I was like, fuck this, dude. Screw fucking 5,000 a fucking pound. We're going fucking 2K an ounce now. In order to gain better understanding of the microprocess that usually surely goes into preparing such a high value product, I spoke to No Till Hank Hill, a small batch grower from Nevada, who first showed up on the Reddit in 2022 when late Jesse Chief posted a jar an Instagram story. No till Hank Hill. He runs 2 lights of production, 5 lights total. Blah 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 blah. Any less than feels like. Let's see if we can get to his price. It just wants to talk up a shit. Okay, I have definitely certain ways of doing things. In particular, about how I package my jars. When you open it up, you're gonna have nice, beautiful top color. See, I'm telling you, I got him beat, dude. I got him beat. We're talking taffy, and you know what I was gonna do with mine, dude. And I've been playing with this idea. You ever see those candy boxes, the boxes of candy, and you see like that little plastic tray, and that each little one has like recessed in the candies in this little plastic and has the lid over it and the seal on it. That's how I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be like that in some of them, and I'm gonna have the jar version too, because this stuff that I have is comparable to like I would say a taffy or something like that when it comes down to it. And when it's done indoors in full fucking optimum conditions, man, forget about it. Talking about dense shoulders and stuff. I mean, whatever. Here's another small batch grower called Elephant Growth who chose not to be interviewed for minimal exposure. But one thing he could choose to share with me was that, let's see, they refuse to kill male plants in front of the female plants so that the female plants don't experience any bad energy during the cycle. Yep, that's what I was telling these people, which I thought was a bit reach. But hey, I'm not the one that's getting 1,000 ounce of weed. See, now it is true, dude. I mean, I even saw in a chat room that someone was saying the scientist like was studying this plant, and they hooked. You can hook like this thing that shows electromagnetic fluctuations in the plant, and the dude cut the plant down, and like then when the dude came back, the readings registered. The plant freaked out as it's drying when the person came back. So it knows who people are. Like it knows like people can hurt them, or if like you hurt a plant, it's gonna know. And I did do an article on the way they plants do release a sound, and that sound can indicate like if a bug is biting them and all that stuff, and it can communicate with the other plants pretty much through this sound. I don't know any other way to explain it. I could probably get back into that, but there's so many people that can't be between the lines. These people, blah 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 blah. In order to gauge how the customers understand what they're buying, open to question industry folks. Let it bother them about it. Answers I received questions. What do you consider small batch? We're all over the board. Some of the companies choose to name and have written the word small batch or even single jar run or even over 500 likes. In my initial reach, this was a crawl back into the bed and a weep like a child from God. Why do they have to write like that? I don't even want to read it. It's just stupid. You just stop saying shit to say it. Get to the facts of this shit. If consumers have no idea what the term small batch actually means, and small batch growers themselves all have different definitions, but they're all getting the same top dollar amount of the jars, all that means to me is they're still comfortable place in the legacy market for garden growers, garbage growers. Wow, who are worth their blank. I don't want to say salt because they're growing organically, but salt. Oh, garage growers. Sorry, I have a crack in my screen. It gets a little hard to read. I gotta get it fixed. Salt to me, what is the difference between growing techniques? Don't matter if the consumer is willing to pay for it either way. Blah 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 blah. 16,000 a pound. Okay, so that said, I would like to personally congratulate anyone out there who has managed to custody people to tune of 16,000 a pound because you're in my fucking hero no matter how you go. So he says 16,000 a pound. There you go. This guy's talking about the bearer of bad news, but he's wrong about the bearer of bad news. As far as price goes, that's relatively the quality and time spent. High end spaces, almost industry. blah 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 blah, luxury cars, fruits, blah 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 blah. As long as the creator of the goods is truly pushing to the absolute limit of their ability to create, I believe it's worth in their end. It might not be for everyone. Some people just want something affordable that will get the job done. I hate on that. I can't hate on that. I'm just one, in my opinion. Life's too short not to experience, in my final opinion, from time to time, someone putting everything into creating something truly special and beautiful to me. Okay, well, there we go. And we'll just look at the jars over here. Again, it's a long article. I kind of just shit through it really quick. And hightimes.com culture slash growing at the highest caliber humanly possible. So look up a High Times article called Growing at the Highest Caliber Humanly Possible. You'll get this. Let's check out their jars. Rainbow bells. Okay, that's kind of cool, man. Limited jars, man. Here we go. Small batch limited jars. And like I was saying to everyone, I was like, dude, I'm gonna sell my shit for a lot of fucking money. Dude, 50 a gram, 100 a gram, maybe. Dude, when I can get this shit seriously pumping, dude, I'm telling you, man, 100 grams not out of the question. It may be for some people that aren't like the rich people. I'm talking like, what the fuck? Just market shit to the fucking rich. Everyone's smoking all this shit. The rich don't want to smoke the stuff that the regular people smoke. The rich want to smoke stuff that they think is special and higher quality, which actually you could give them something higher quality, which is what I'm focused on. High quality designer jars. Not the plant, not the bud, designer jars, man. It's all about the designer jar and the flower inside the jar. Like I said, these people don't even show their plants. They don't even show the grow. And again, what you would do is you would get a strain that was the highest caliber strain, and not no strain that everyone can get, because then anyone can get shit. If you got something special no one else can get, like the cultivar I've got, the HYE Cultivar, no one can get the strain, no one can do it, no one can get it. So it makes it extra special. Now you go and you do this with something already in existence, you're just going to have people that say, oh, well, I'll just grow the same thing he's growing. Well, I hate to break it to people, they can't grow what I'm growing. They can show their weed oozing out with ribbons of THC and their marketing, but that's going in my marketing. They'll have to compete with it. Again, it's redefining what high grade is. And all the shit that's up now that they think's high grade's not high grade. High grade is like in the range of like $50 a gram, 1,500 an ounce, 2,000 an ounce. Now, as of now, the reality of shit is what the reality of shit is. And when this shit goes when this shit goes federally legal, you're gonna be seeing that shit, and you're gonna all be like, "Oh my god!" It's gonna be like the new thing, because there's a lot of people that got a lot of money, and like a lot of them are snobby and they don't want to smoke with like everyone else smoking. They think they'll waste money because they've got like millions and millions and millions of dollars, maybe even billions, and they're like, shit, I just want to smoke something, and fuck it, you got a limited run. It's not like you're trying to sell 1,000 pounds of this stuff. It's a limited run. You'll easily have that many millionaires. You'll easily have that many billionaires. Easily. Now, as the markets go like this, now more people are going to try jumping on the bandwagon. And I'll say jumping on the bandwagon because before this article even came out, which came out yesterday, we can see the date on this. Yep, March 27th, 2023. I have been talking about this and even getting shit from this. Now, I guarantee you they get a lot of hate emails, probably people threatening to murder them in their inboxes for selling their shit that's high. But that's kind of funny, man. I guess this is how it's going down now. Limited runs. Absolutely limited. As we see, the jars themselves look really cool. Now at that point, you can really spend some quality on the jar. I don't like his idea of saying a top cola with the shoulder buds. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna outdo him. That's why I'm saying fuck it. I'll double what he's charging, because dude, my stuff isn't gonna just be a top cola. It's not gonna have the leaf. It's not gonna have any bullshit stick in it. It's gonna be like a solid piece of a plant bud that has not been modified, has not been infused with anything, that'll break open like taffy, and it'll friggin' you'll only need a little pinch on it to put in your bowl, and you'll fucking be like a fucking entire bowl was packed type of thing. And luckily for me, I got a limited amount left, and fuck, these fucking people are gonna take all of it to fucking test it, which sucks. But I guess that's my own fault for turning most of it to seed. So whatever. And again, this shit was seeded. Shit was seeded, and people want to even talk about that, dude. You're gonna see $1,000 seeds. They're probably already $1,000 seeds up right now. $2,000 seeds. People need to get with the game, man. Need to get with the game. And all right, here's something to YouTube. I don't know. I think it was kind of cute that YouTube would flag my last video when I was using plastic flowers. I used plastic flowers. YouTube. That was not cannabis. Why are you flagging it like I did cannabis? That was plastic flowers. Whatever. They want to be weirdos. That's what I'm saying, bros. I can't even show plastic like flowers. They weren't even like weed flowers. They're like flowers you'd use. Because I knew they'd fuck with me if I showed anything else, like stick or something. But whatever. I tried to get that one so that people would get the information out, but apparently that one's been shadow fucking whatever. People will be lucky if they see it, I guess. But weird. I guess it's the information they don't want me getting out or something. But that's the slaps I guess they had. Small batch California. Who's that? It's like a funny card. Look at that guy. What is that? Tom Brady or something? I can't tell who that is. Uh, Something there. It says 100%. Small batch. Okay. Assortment of small batch flower jars and merchandise courtesy of Appalachian Organics. There you go, baby. There you go. And the best part about the weed that's like this, the best part about it, I know from just my experience, dude, the longer it cures, the better it is. And I would say this for the small batch jars. Maybe I shouldn't even say how I'm going to be working those jars, but dude, the jars will never be sealed. It'll never be sealed because up until the moment that they're sold, they'll be burped, and none of that bullshit where you send out a fucking million jars to a fucking thousand dispensaries and no one can fucking burp anything because there's so much shit and everything's fucking overpacked. Nope, this is gonna be like a few jars. You're lucky to get one. You'll be lucky to get one. And like I said, grams, bro, grams. That's what I'm gonna do. People will be more likely to buy a $50 gram than a $1,500 ounce or a $2,000 ounce. They'll say, "Hey, I wonder what a $50 gram will taste like." The common man could try it and say, "For once in my life, I want a $50 gram." And there'll be people that want it. Because why? I mean, people will be bored of that shit. They'll be bored of all the fucking regular shit and all the shit with all the leaf still clipped on it and it's all weird and people are fucking mass producing it. In the cigar world, I come from the cigar world. I used to be big into cigars. I stopped smoking cigars a long time ago. But I used to be big into cigars. And it wasn't fucking out of the it wasn't out of like the question to buy like a $50 cigar, $100 cigar, a $20 cigar. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't out of question to do that. So it's kind of like what's gonna be like. There's cheap cigars and tobacco everywhere. People don't do it. Some people want a $50 cigar. People don't know this. They're just like whatever. But you know what? I don't want to fucking beat the dead horse on this article. 2K, 1500 to 2K an ounce. That is fucking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We're going for $54 a gram to $100 a gram. HYE Cultivar. 2K an ounce, maybe 1500 an ounce. All day, maybe. Small batch. Small batch, baby. I told you. Didn't I tell you? You got an article on this.